Well, this is my new best friend. It's not really new actually to me. Before these things hit the market, they're thoroughly tested, and I've had an EZ Winder in all of my fishing situations now for well over a year. They've now hit the shops. There's a lot of acclaim, a lot of talk about them. They've been long awaited. They're very, very impressive for a variety of reasons, which I'm going to go through and demonstrate to you. As I said, I've used this now probably about 15 months, something like that. That includes summer, spring, autumn, and the depths of winter fishing. And it's never let me down. It's got a winter skin that fits over the top, kind of like a skull cap, which eliminates condensation. So for the really cold weather, I use that. And when the mosquitoes are out in the summer, I put the front on, which has got mosquito mesh infills to protect me from those. But a lot of the fishing that I'm doing, I just use it open fronted like this, so I've got a full range of visibility, which is absolutely key for my fishing. So the real absolute cornerstone of this product is the ease of assembly. It's called the EZ Winder, does exactly what it says on the tin. Now, I am in certain situations, I'm very likely to be moving swims, sometimes more than once in a day, usually multiple times in a session, depending on where I am and what the fish are doing. With this, all I've got to do is unpeg it, unwind it, fold it into the bag. It's incredibly efficient and user friendly. Same with when you get to the other end, you just fan the legs out in your new swim, wind it up, peg it out, and you're good to go. The nice thing about that is it gives you immediate coverage over your gear if it's raining. As soon as you wind it out, it's like a brolly system in effect. It's freestanding and you can put it up in situ over your gear. So there's three key things that I love about the EZ Winder. The first is the EZ Winder mechanism, which again has been in evolution really for several years to get it dead right, and then long-term field testing with people like me out on the bank at the sharp end. And I can say that the mechanism on mine has never failed, and I will have put that up and taken that down more times than most people watching this will do in their lifetime. So it's been properly tested, you can trust that. So I love the mechanism, the simplicity of it and the speed of it. Another major plus point is the coverage. You get an enormous amount of coverage, especially with a low rising cocoon bed chair in there. You can get everything at the back. There's still space behind the bed chair for a holdall, where you can get everything well out of the way of any weather and have a fantastic view at the same time. What you can also do, a bit like some of the old shelter systems, like the Evolution, is that you can unpeg the corners and lay it out really, really wide. So last night I fished with the front down probably about here, just splayed it out really, really wide. So very versatile, but however you have it set up, look, absolutely solid, limpet-like solid. And that's only held in with 4 pegs and a couple of storm poles. The third real feature that I love about it is the door system. Multiple options, you've got windows, mesh, and different entry and exit points, so you can set it up however suits you. So we'll go round and have a look at those 3 key features that I love about the EZ Winder next. So this is the technical hub of the EZ Winder, the very, very clever and totally unique EZ Wind system. First time I saw this and how easily it went up, I thought that's got to be a wind up. Terrible joke, I know. But it's not. It's a very, very slick system which has been, as I said earlier, in a long period of evolution and design to get it to the stage where it's fast, lightweight, easy to operate, and will not fail you. My one has been used up and down literally hundreds and hundreds of times during testing, and I've not had a failure at all. So you can rest assured any reservations you have about a new design, it's made from very, very high impact injection molded plastic, and from this central hub emanate 9 arms in very, very heavy duty upgraded aluminium. Now those arms have been very cleverly designed to give you the enormous coverage which I mentioned just now, which we'll look at in a minute, but you can see at a glance the incredible rakish angles that these arms, particularly this one, go out, and they come out from this central hub and wrap around you, the angler, inside, and give you amazing protection. So When you want to pack it up, all you're going to do is just, you can see the tension going out of that straight away. You just unwind it. I haven't counted the turns, you'd think I'd know the amount of times I've done it. It's about 10 turns. You unwind it and down it goes. You can't overwind it, some people ask that. Once you get it up to where it should be, it hits a locking point, which is right there, and you can't over tighten it or go any further. So that is the core hub mechanism of the EZ Winder, totally unique in today's bivvy marketplace. Another key thing, even though I tend to travel with minimal gear, although you wouldn't think it looking around my bivvy, is the coverage. So you get an enormous footprint, which is a very, very clever part of the design, because from the outside it's not a big imposing looking shelter, and that's down to the way that from that central hub it wraps around rather than just splays out. The bed chair at the moment isn't even touching the back. I could go back another 5 or 6 inches there and get even further in, but I'm all right. I've got ample room for holdalls front. I've got room down the back for my food bag down there. Don't need any more room than that, and it just means that you're comfortable and protected from the elements. Last night, as I mentioned, I dropped it down lower. It was quite windy. If it had been raining as well, I'd want it nice and low, and you know, you get it down to something like that. You've got even more room inside, obviously, and it's dead cozy when you're lying there on the bed and you're totally protected. And that's achieved just by unpegging the 2 front corners and letting the poles relax and go outwards, and then repegging it and then tensioning it with these front poles. And again, you create a very limpet-like rigid structure with massive coverage and total protection. Now, another unique feature with the EZ Winder is the multi options you get with the door system. So you've got a great big door, so if you want, you can letterbox it, you can roll the doors up from the bottom, you can have one door open, one door closed, you can have both doors shut and one of the side panels open. So if you've got weather that starts coming in from the side, you can close yourself right off. So very adaptable and versatile. Plastic windows, if the rain's driving into your face. Underneath that, you've got mosquito panels. So you could have, as I've got it here, mosquito and plastic there, and totally closed off there. You could flip it, loads and loads of different options. You can have the door drop down from the top, so it's just a few inches off the ground to give you a nice big open viewing position, and then just zip it up in the night if you want to protect yourself from the weather or mosquitoes or anything like that. So all the panels, these obviously roll down and roll up and give you 3 different ways of protecting yourself, either plastic, mosquito mesh, or full storm shutters down, as it were, and then loads of different entry and exit options. But what I really like is that when the front is on and I've got it dropped down to maybe knee height, when I'm sat on the bed chair, I've got lots of protection, but I've got a great big view left and right, which you don't get with normal bivvy doors, because of course a bivvy door is typically half the width of this, so you've got an extra wide door should you want or need it. So loads of different door options on that, and all in all, a system which will serve you well in any weather condition. As I said, there's a winter skin that comes with it separately that attaches around to the corners of the arms, prevents any ingression of moisture or frost, anything like that. Comes with a ground sheet, poles, all the things that you'd expect from a company like JRC. The EZ Winder is available right now in your local JRC dealer, all main tackle shops, and I'm sure it's going to be an absolute winner. It's certainly been a winner for me throughout testing. It's raised a lot of eyebrows because it is different. I'm really loving it. Check it out at your local store.